What's up, everyone? This is Destroyer229, and welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. Last time, we began our investigation work once again. Managed to piece a few new things together, including the full name of our kidnapper, Shelly the Killer. We learned that Maya is still not exactly safe, so that sucks. But it seems like there are pieces to implicate that Matt was ultimately responsible for Juan's death, though not directly. Seems as though the true killer is the killer. Very on the nose. But in this episode, we're gonna see if we can try to talk to Matt and maybe he can enlighten us on a few things. And worst case scenario, we just go back to the crime scene because we're probably gonna need to head back there anyway. I'm sorry, but visiting hours are over for today. Aww. Ugh. I have too many questions I need to ask. I'm sorry, but I'm Phoenix Wright, a lawyer for one of the... You're Mr. Wright, you say? Oh, yeah, there's a message here for you. A message? It's from Matt on guard. Here you are. Lady Wright! Is it something really important? I don't know. Well, let's see what it has to say. To Mr. Lawyer Dude, I've got something really important to tell you. Why do I feel uneasy all of a sudden? Oh, Mr. Wright. So, actually, I have a favor to ask of you. I have this cat named Shoe. I didn't put out a lot of food when I left the house, so he's probably pretty hungry. You think you could drop by my house and feed Shoe for me, dude? My house is just a little ways down from the hotel, alright? This is terrible! Let's hurry! We have to feed his cat! I'm sure poor Shoe's stomach is growling by now. Yeah, I guess. Why do I get the feeling that the cat's original name was Shoe, spelled S-H-U? But instead of trying to do anything, they just literally transcribed it to something that's more of a homophone? That's the case, isn't it? The cat's name was actually just the Japanese spelling of shoe. I swear, if they didn't, and the cat's name is something completely different, then it's gonna be, why Shoe? The client's request is a request. Guess I should go check up on his cat. Well, that's not necessarily a bad thing. If he has us try to feed his cat, then maybe there's a clue there. I don't know. It's a video game. There should be something important there. Alright now, Mr. Nick. Let's go look for clues. We have to, for Mystic Maya's sake. Old bag. You shall not pass! Yeah. Miss Old Bag! Don't devalue my name and turn into a gasp, you spiky-headed pettifogger! Because of you, I've been made to look like the bad guy again! Although, I did get a piece of gum from Edgy Boy, just as he promised, but I wanted something much more valuable. I want Edgy Poo's heart, and it's all your fault! I've awakened to the beast of Old Bag! Miss Old Bag! Keep your hands off me! This helmet's airtight! No air gets in, and no air gets out! Then why do you keep putting it on? Huh, don't think you can get me to move with silly questions? You're going to have to defeat me if you want to get by! I I'm not hearing this. Okay, well, we can talk to her. Can we even move anywhere from here? Not in the hotel, but this is how we can get to the house. Okay. Let's maybe see if we can get anywhere with Old Bag, and then show her the note, and then we can go and feed the cat.
You're a million light years too early to be asking me questions, whippersnapper.
The only way I'm going to get any investigation done is to first do something about this kooky alien. Alright, so I don't think we're gonna get anywhere with her without first presenting this. Maybe if I show her this letter I got from Edgeworth. Miss Oldbag, if you would look at...
What? You want me to look at this worthless piece of...
Is that her perfume? Ferrum d'Amore I smell. Oh.
Let's see here. Would you please allow this unsophisticated young person to conduct his investigation? Yours truly, Miles Edgeworth.
Yours truly?
Huh, that man's good at flattery. Fine, but only because Edgy Boo said so, you understand?
Okay.
I just thought of something I have to do. Remember, no messing around. You do anything bad and I won't let you off the hook.
Wow, we can't even ask her anything. So then why give us the 3 options? Maybe something for later.
It looks like she has strong feelings for Mr. Edgeworth.
That may be, but you know nothing's gonna come of it.
That's so mean, Mr. Nick! Feelings are meant to be told and shared!
Ow. Every time we talk about love, I always end up with a handprint on my face somehow. So anyway, let's continue our investigation.
Okay!
Ah, she's back! I love how it wasn't even Old Bag in the name. It was just Ray Gun. Ah, what? What now?
One little thing before I forget. You can't go into Unguard's room today. Why? The police's main investigation team's going to be in there all day, you hear?
I wonder if they're the team in charge of investigating to kill her.
So don't go in there! Set one foot in there and you'll face the wrath of Wendy, Old Bag!
Okay, well, that is good to know. We can head on into the other places, but let's maybe do our little errand first before we get into investigating. Sure is dark. I am going to flip my crap if this ends up being the place where Maya was kidnapped. Sure is dark.
I'll go turn on a light.
Oh, okay. Well, it's certainly not that. What's with the motorcycle? Then again, he does have a motorcycle jacket, so that tracks. Wow, so this is what a star's house looks like. Must be nice to be rich.
Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's find Shoo the kitty cat. Shoo!
So I guess this is Shoo.
Oh, what a lovely cat! Hello, Shoo!
The cat seems to like pearls. Oh no, who is this? Who is this? Pardon me. Okay! But he's not red! Is the red just meant to be an intimidating, like, lighting effect, or what? I'm not sure. I'm a little confused and I'm very concerned. May I help you with something, Mr. Oh, we're lawyers. Actually, I'm Mr. On Guard's lawyer. The Master's... then you must be Mr. Right. Yes. It's a pleasure to meet your wonderful self. I am the family butler, John Doe. Of course, the most... Really? Ah, yes. A redacted name. That is my name. Redacted. Nice to meet you. Okay, well, let's maybe take a look around. So, I don't know what this first one is. This is the Steel Samurai, and this is the Pink Princess. So, what's with all the samurai heads?
Ah, there are masks here.
Yeah, that one in the middle is the Steel Samurai. The ones next to that are the Pink Princess and... Oh, that's the Evil Magistrate. Oh, okay. I didn't recognize that. And the Evil Magistrate. They fought many battles against the backdrop of Neo-Old Tokyo.
Wow, you really know a lot about the Steel Samurai, Mr. Nick.
You can thank Maya for that. I don't know whether to laugh or cry do they know more about that show than a kid. It's Pearl, Phoenix. I'm not even sure Pearl's seen a television before she met you.
A giant bicycle's flying through the air!
That bicycle, Pearls, is one where you don't have to pedal, and it moves on its own.
Really? Wow!
But sorry to disappoint you, it can't fly.
Oh, that's too bad.
And the fan and the plate?
Oh, there's a giant cooking hearth here.
That's actually a fireplace.
How are they different, Mr. Nick?
Use. One is meant to make food, the other is there simply to keep you warm. You know, I've never actually seen a hearth before, come to think of it.
You should come and visit Fay Manor then. I'll show you one when you do.
So nothing about the actual, like, stuff here. Okay, what about the couch? It's a very comfortable and spacious lounge set. I wonder if famous stars drop by and sit around and have a good time. In any case, I don't really belong here, do I? What is with me? I'm feeling inferior today.
Huh?
I don't know, Phoenix. I almost feel like that's every day someone is looking down on you.
There's a small door at the bottom of this bigger door, Mr. Nick.
This guy's so rich, he has a swimming pool in his swimming pool. I bet it's for Mr. On Guard's cat to use.
Oh, you mean shoe.
The door. It's locked tight. Well, I guess that's to keep nosy people like me from entering it. It isn't Mr. On Guard's face. That's where Maya's being kept. Because there was the cat door there. So I was half right. I was half right. I mean, as if him being the butler isn't just damning evidence by itself. I mean, I can maybe think like, oh, it's mistaken identity, or the killer is taking the guise of the butler. No, that's just straight up the killer. You must know all sorts of things about Mr. On Guard, right? Oh, honestly, sir, I don't believe my master is capable of such a foul deed as murder. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the master or his affairs. Ha! How typically butler-like, as it were. Okay, what about yourself? Mr. Doe, how long have you served at this residence? Well, sir, I would have to say... maybe about 1 year. And... anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of himself and his affairs. You know, I would have thought Mr. Ungard to kind of have a maid over a butler. You know, if it was up to him, maybe, but ulterior motives. Anyway, what about that cat? It's a very cute cat you've got there. It is my duty to take care of him. The master rather fancies Shu. So then what was the point of having us come here in the first place if you had a butler already? And anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the family cat. Well then, I guess I don't need this piece of scrap paper anymore. Just throw it on the ground. Well, I'm afraid I must take my leave of you now. We should probably get going ourselves. So young and yet already so accomplished. A master of law. But there's also a lot to be proud of in being a butler, in charge of the house and all. Thank you for the compliment, sir. People are not always who they appear to be. Now, if you'll excuse me. Okay, well that was... People are not who they appear to be. Gee, you don't say! Okay, is there anything else that we can really do here? There's another door over there.
You shouldn't go wandering off over there, Mr. Nick.
Yes, Pearls. Now I know how Maya feels when I tell her to stop playing around. You get stopped by a little 8-year-old. It's like, yes, Pearl. Doesn't look like there's anything else for me to examine. Man, this sucks. Maya's like right over here. Like, come on. Then again, Phoenix doesn't know that. Alright, so let's go ahead and head over to Viola Hall. Looks like we're the only ones here.
And yet, the hotel seems so busy somehow.
Probably because the police team is scouring for clues about the killer. Okay, so... I still don't know why Matt wanted us to feed his cat. Like, why? What was the point of that? I'm gonna have to assume that it's gonna be important later. But for right now, I'm just kind of confused.
Hey, city boy!
Lana, you're still here?
Wrecking course! An investigative photographer eats or starves on her ability to snap the scoop, yeah? And this hotel just has that aura of mystery. You know, like something's always about to happen. But do you have a camera? Given! The photographer's gotta have cameras out the ear like corn to be a real pro, you know? So I'm hanging around here. Speaking of cameras and feeding them out, do you have mine, you bread thief? Why can't you drop that thief thing already? I guess we could, but we basically... Do we? Do we even have the physical camera at this point? Oh, hey, guess what? A lot of this stuff was what we could do with Old Bag, and she wouldn't do anything with it. I want to ask you about the night of the murder. What, you really gonna shell out the bucks for the info I got? Lana, you were loitering in this hallway the night of the murder, were you not? Well, kinda, but... Brace yourself, Phoenix. Here it comes. I didn't exactly hang around here the entire time, you know? Followed a few stars around. Got a few autographs, shook a few hands, had a soda pop with a few of them too. Looks like she wasn't here the entire time that night. The security lady also wasn't in this hallway the whole time either. I guess this means there's no one who can tell us who came and went that night. You know, because there's no such thing as security cameras for some reason. So about the note that was inside your camera case. Oh, that ditty I wrote? Yeah. Can I believe what you've written?
You mean the stuff about Ungov shoving his manager lady on Corita? Yeah. Well, I reckon you best not believe in that. What? Look, I sort of wrote that on a whim, you know? Writing whatever came to mind. Whatever came to mind? Yeah, when you get down to it, it's just a lot of random bull dooders. Hey, what's with ya? Why are you staring at me like my grandpa used to? Huh. Hey, and why do you look like you suddenly got older too? Or am I just shrinking here? Okay, well what about the camera? My baby! My $1,600 baby! What's with that red-coated prosecutor anyhow? The guy told me it was evidence and refused to give it back to me. Well, that's kind of how it is. Hey, you're that redcoat's friend, ain't ya? So, put a few good words for me and give it back my camera. You want me to do what? Listen, nag the guy real good for about 5 hours, and I guarantee he'll give it back. Why don't you do your own dirty work? Well, I reckon it's time for me to get going. Tabloid photographer without a camera is just a tabloid, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Keep yourself together out there, you hear? I'm coming to see you in court tomorrow. Okay, I'll see you then. And you too there, little un. Keep up the good work, okay? Okay. Don't be picky about your food now. Okay. And make sure you do all your homework, you hear? Okay. And if you happen to find yourself a camera, make sure you bring it back to me. Yeah, would you please leave already? Okay. So, can't go into Matt's room, but we can still go into Juan's. What? Mr. Nick! What is that otherworldly, ghastly moaning? I hate evil ghosts! I don't think it's a ghost. Maybe it's a demon.
Excuse me? What are you calling a demon, brat?
Zoink Scoobs! It's an alien!
Who are you calling an alien?
Oh! It's just you, Miss Oldbeck. What are you doing here?
What is wrong with youngins today? I came down here to pay my respects to my poor one, and you're disturbing me!
Yeah, okay. I guess that makes sense why she'd be here. I thought that she was in the bathroom. Let's say that's how I interpreted that. I have no idea what she would have been doing otherwise. Please, talk to me about the night of the murder just one more time.
I talked about it playing at the trial. I was fooled, tricked, deceived by that fraud of photographer and her notes. I was loitering around here with that imbecile look on her. No, she was loitering around here with that imbecile look on her face.
With that imbecile look on her face. Okay, got it.
Now, hold on a second there, you little pipsqueak. If you're going to take notes, at least make me sound better than that.
Oh, all right. I've seen everything.
But you know, I was working that night too, doing my job, minding my own business. So it's not like I had time to waste standing around here the whole night.
Okay, and about Juan? I was wondering if you could tell me a bit more about Mr. Corita.
He was the most popular star, you know, especially where it counts. In my book.
But I heard that he was lagging behind in the polls against Mr. Ungard.
And, well, that's just a recent thing. Back bad luck and all that, you know? But he was going to become an even bigger star than he used to be. Look, just look at this mountain of presents! It's a show of the mountain of feelings all his fans had for him.
Yeah, the mountain's pretty big and certainly nothing to shake a stick at.
Mr. Nick?
Well, what is it, Pearls?
The presents. They're all bears, right?
She's got a point. There isn't a single thing here that isn't a bear. So yeah, I've been wondering that this entire freaking time. All of Mr. Corita's presents for his fans seem to be bears.
Oh, that's because you can't think of one without thinking about bears. Bears? Why bears? You don't know? When my dear one was training, he fought bare-handed with a bear. He refused to give in and let the bear win, but after the fight, they became friends. Wow, what a heartwarming story! Look, it's just like in those young people's dramas. I can see those two tuckered out, down by the river, going, hey, you sure can fight. You too, Bob, you too.
Did all that really happen?
It's in his biography, Bob. What a load of crock! So ever since then, fans have been giving him bears as presents.
Yeah. Nice. Bears.
I'm Uncle Bear, and I say it's barely 8 o'clock!
What is that infernal racket? It's one of the presents going off. Sounds like it's already 8 p.m. Way past your bedtime.
That startled me. I thought I was gonna die for a second.
8 p.m.? That's the time when the award ceremony ended that night, remember?
Time sure flies. Hard to believe it's been 2 days since the ceremony. Transceiver. Hello? Hello? This is not a phone. Maya! How's Maya? You haven't heard her, have you? It seems you were not able to fulfill your end of the bargain, Mr. Attorney. I have heard the news. So it would seem my present did you no good.
No! Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
One more day, please! All I ask is for one more day. I'll get a not guilty verdict for sure this time, please! I suppose if I must. I need that acquittal more than anything else, after all. Please, please let Maya say something. I want to hear she's alright. Alright. Then. A little.
What's with the static all of a sudden?
Hello? Hello? It seems. It's bad. Good.
Damn it! Did the transceiver just suddenly break?
Excuse me.
What happened?
I don't know. All of a sudden it became nothing but static.
Ah, Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
Why did the transceiver suddenly break like that? Should probably have an electronics expert look at it. Sooner the better. Okay, actually, hold on a sec. I don't remember this. I was gonna say, I don't remember this phone being here before, but it doesn't seem like there's anything new, and there's not really. I don't think there's really anything else. Like, yes, we can try to examine everything here, but I don't think we're gonna get anywhere. We're pretty much out of time, too. Do we go back to Matt's house? No, Matt's house doesn't have anything. Okay. Criminal affairs? Not a criminal affairs. The detention center? Not the detentions. What are we supposed to do? I guess just go back to the office. Hey, welcome back, pal. I thought I'd make you a little something for dinner. That's nice, thanks. A rich man's luxurious full-course meal. Out of a can, that is. I'm sorry you went through all the trouble to cook, but I don't have the time to eat. Oops, looks like you don't have a can opener, pal. You've got to be kidding. And here I thought he had already whipped up something. Oh, I know. There is one way I know how to be helpful. Ask me about anything you want, pal. Go ahead. Well, since he's here and offering, I wonder what I should try asking him about. Alright, this will probably be the last thing that we... Actually, there's not anything else that we can really do. Do you know anything about the calling card? Oh yeah, do you know about this card? Card? Edgeworth, for some reason, went pale the instant he saw this card. Hey, I know what this is, pal. You do? No matter what way you look at it, I'd say it's a picture of a shell. That's it? Oh yeah, that's right. Mr. Edgeworth really likes those cooked snail things. What are they called again? Escargot or something like that?
Mr. Nick, I think we just solved the mystery of why Mr. Edgeworth's face turned pale, right?
As I suspected, Gumshoe has no clue. Okay. So are we supposed to present something to Gumshoe then? Honestly, the two things that we really had were taken away from us. Unless there's something at the clinic, which, yeah, I didn't think there would be anything at the clinic. Nothing at the detention center because visiting hours are over. Nothing at criminal affairs. Okay. So the only people that we can interact with are Gumshoe and Old Bag. Transceiver. Whenever we're in this room, it starts acting up and hissing static at us.
I wonder if there's someone we can talk to about this.
Huh. Well, Old Bag isn't going to do anything, and the fact that there's only one person that we can talk to, I guess we gotta go talk to Gumshoe about the transceiver, because that seems to be the only thing we can do. Yo, Gumshoe, what do you know about electronics? The transceiver?
Oh, Mr. Nick! You should ask Mr. Scruffy Detective about that thing!
What thing? Oh, yeah! This thing just up and broke all of a sudden. It broke, pal? When I was talking to the kidnapper, it just suddenly broke into static. Look, it sounded like this. I don't hear any static, pal. Huh?
Maybe it fixed itself?
That's strange. I'm sure it was making a loud static noise. Huh. Maybe. Maybe what? Maybe it was electromagnetic interference, pal. Electromagnetic interference? There we go. I honestly didn't expect Gumshoe to know that terminology. It seems like that is not something I thought that was in your vocabulary. So what is electromagnetic interference? It's something that happens when a radio wave gets mixed up with another signal, pal. Oh, when you put it that way.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
Like, for example, when a cell phone goes off next to a computer screen, the stuff on the screen gets kind of fuzzy and it starts acting funny, right?
Huh? Computer?
It's like when you use the dryer next to the TV and the screen starts looking weird.
Oh, yes, TV does do that. Oh, so that's what you're talking about.
She seems amazingly happy at being able to understand this. So the room you're in when that interference to the transceiver happened. There's gotta be something there that's sending out very strong radio waves, pal. Something like a listening device or something. Hey, speaking of that, where were you when it happened?
You were in Mr. Corita's room. The scene of the murder.
What? That's it. I'm going to have to sneak into the precinct and get a bug sweeper. I'll meet you at the crime scene later, alright, pal? Wait, Gumshoe! Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby, it's investigating time! I'm on fire, pal! My fingers are itching to go. Yeah!
We should be going too, Mr. Nick.
Alright, let's go. Okay, well, I would normally try to call it a day here. I swear, if there's no Cyclops at all, I am going to be screwed. Hey, you're finally here, pal. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Do you have the, bug sweeper?
Well, you see, I got busted trying to sneak in, pal. Then suddenly I'm staring at the precinct doors. From the outside, I mean. So, yeah, I couldn't get one of the police bug sweepers. What do you mean you couldn't get one? We need that item! Hey, calm down, pal. I didn't say I didn't get one, just not the police's.
Wow, so this is a bug sweeper.
It's a little broken. Hey, this was made when I was in elementary school, pal. Oh? By who? Me, of course! Seeing this sure brings back memories. Hey, don't look down on it, pal. Sure, it looks a little beat up, but I put my heart and soul into building this puppy here.
Your heart and soul?
It'll work. Trust me, pal. It'll do the job. But you can't set the sensitivity. So it's gonna beep at anything that gives off electromagnetic waves.
But isn't it better that way?
Well, anyway, since I brought it all this way, might as well give it a whirl, right, pal? I'm getting that sinking feeling again. Okay, now I'll tell you how to use this baby. There's a listening device or some sort of bug hidden in this room, pal.
So we're going to find it, right?
Right. Now first, let's turn the sweeper on. Next, move the sweeper around and give the room a real thorough look-see, pal. The sweeper will let you know how strong of a signal it's picking up, so keep an eye on it, okay? Once you find something that's giving off a lot of radio waves, press the A button to lock onto it. There's a lot of things here that's going to give off radio waves. So let's take a good look at anything and everything that seems suspicious, okay, pal? Alright, I'm gonna go stand outside and keep an eye out. Give me a yell if you find the bug. Got it, pal? Interesting. Well, this is the first thing that I noticed. A cell phone. No bugs in here.
A cell phone?
What? Don't tell me you don't know what a cell phone is.
I'm sorry, I've never seen one before.
Now that she mentions it, my cell phone couldn't get any reception while I was staying in Cordain Village. And Pearls has never lived outside of that village, so... well, I guess I can't say it's impossible to live without one. Yes, especially since, you know, people were able to live without one before. What about the phone here? Well, the phone's the most commonplace for a listening device, I'd say. But let's take the receiver apart first before we get ahead of ourselves here.
Wow, you know a lot about electronics, don't you, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, I know tons, especially when it comes to taking them apart. It's my specialty. I'll leave the fixing part up to Gumshoe.
So, is there a listening device in there?
No, I really thought it had to be the phone too. The lamp? Lamp? Check. Listening device? Nope.
There's lots of lamps in this room, aren't there, Mr. Nick?
Yeah.
And they're all on. You shouldn't do that, Mr. Nick. Don't you know that's wasteful?
Yeah, I'll be more conscientious from now on. Sorry. Is that any lamp? I think that's any lamp. Anyway, I think I know what we need to do, but I'm still just gonna check what Phoenix says. I don't really think the listening device is in the TV of all places.
Looks like the TV was left on. Now showing an old samurai movie.
Yeah, this channel plays all sorts of international movies, as well as domestic ones.
You know, every time I watch one of these old movies, I always think, wow, these Japanese stars are really good at English.
Yeah.
When I grow up, I want to study Japanese.
I should probably keep my mouth shut here and not destroy her dream. I mean, she can still learn Japanese, Phoenix. Don't ruin the poor girl's dream. All right. There's a few other things. You got, I guess, the TV remote. We'll do the TV remote, the laptop, the camcorder, and then the bear. Because the bear is where I think that it actually is. But there's a few other places that it could be, and I don't want to be here all day. The TV's remote control, but it doesn't look like there's listening devices in here.
So I was thinking, I wonder if the TV remote works on other things, like, could I make you change your expressions like TV channels? Zap!
Hey! But if I could, ooh, the people I would give the old mute button to. Well, I don't think it's going to work on me. Why don't we try it on Maya tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
Alright, laptop. There's no listening device in that notebook computer. Huh.
What's a notebook computer?
Do you know what a notebook is?
Yes, it's a small book of paper you can write on, so?
Well, that thing's like a notebook in a way. It's basically a small laptop.
Mr. Nick, what's a laptop?
Phoenix, you should know by now. Okay, camcorder.
What's this?
It's a small video camera. No listening device in this gizmo.
Everyone's trying to make everything smaller and smaller lately, aren't they, Mr. Nick?
That's what it seems like.
But I want to grow bigger and bigger!
Well, eating only vegetables isn't gonna help you there. You have to eat meat, too. Alright, now for the actual thing. Well, it certainly looks like an alarm clock.
What's wrong? Why do you look troubled?
I just can't imagine the listening device being inside this alarm clock. It just sort of reminded me of something that happened a long time ago.
Oh.
Well, anyway, it looks like the listening device isn't in here. Really? Wait a minute. This bear?
This is just a giant stuffed teddy bear, right? It's the biggest one I've ever seen.
Hey, so did you guys find it yet? Listening device, I mean.
No, not yet. This bear's eyes.
Let's see. A perfectly normal stuffed bear with some really strong radio waves. Sounds like you found the device to me, pal. Let's take this big fella's eye out and see what we've got.
No! You can't! Such a violent act!
Oomph! It's a miniature camera. And it looks like there's more. There's a transmitter and a timer. What am I, water? A transmitter, pal.
Oh! Is this more of that high-tech stuff?
Okay. I am very much over time, and I'm going to have to end it right here. So, next time on Let's Play Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. We've got a lot of stuff to talk to Gumshoe about now that we found the bug. So, hopefully we'll continue on, and I am still very much afeared with how little that I'm able to get back on my health. Maybe it'll auto-heal like in the first game? One can hope. Otherwise, I am going to be very much, how do you put it? Screwed. We'll see. Until next time, everyone, take care.